Hi, elementary teachers. I'm Rebecca Birchenbrider, Math Curriculum Lead and Data Coach. Today you will have the opportunity to review your power standards. Throughout my work this year, I've encountered a couple of resources that help give us guidance on how to prioritize the standards in our classroom. I've combined them into a single document for your work today. Here is the document that combines resources from the Iowa Core Standards as well as another resource called Achieve the Core. Each grade level has a tab at the bottom, and each grade level is organized by strand. In each box that represents the strands, you'll see all of the individual standards underneath that strand as well. Then there's 3 rows below in each strand box. The first row represents where college community has selected power standards. They're indicated in a bold P. The next row is from the Iowa Core Math Standards. Each set of grade level standards from the Iowa Core comes with an overview page at the beginning that indicates where the critical areas of instructional time should be focused. Those are indicated in orange in this document. It's important to note that the Iowa Core gives recommendations based on clusters rather than individual standards. So for instance, here in kindergarten under counting and cardinality, the Iowa Core made a recommendation that this cluster is a critical area, but doesn't specify as opposed to individual standards. Then the third row in each box is from the Student Achievement Partners Achieve the Core resource. They have broken down all of the standards into 3 categories: major, supporting, or additional, and there's also required fluencies mentioned. The major, that's in light green, is where 65 to 85% of instructional time should be focused. In blue are the supporting standards, and in yellow are the additional standards. They make recommendations for required fluencies at each grade level as well. As you're looking at these resources, a couple things just to be aware of. There's no requirement to change your power standards. This is an opportunity to review where they are and to look at some other guidance about where those power standards are. As you're working on this in your smaller group, think about 2 guiding questions. The first is, what is confirming in your work selecting power standards? So as you're looking at this, look at areas where your power standards align with these 2 resources saying it's a critical area or an area to focus. Then also, what conversations need to happen around specific strands or clusters or specific standards? If you see some areas where they are not indicated as critical areas but you have a power standard, or where it says it's a critical area and you don't have power standards, those can be opportunities for conversations today. A couple other things to be aware of. We have discussed as a team and understand that some decision making around power standards in the past included the implications for report cards, especially in regards to having a power standard under every strand. If your work today leads you as a team to decide that not every strand would have a power standard, that is all right. The report card can be adjusted at each grade level if need be. Please keep in mind that all of the supporting standards and additional standards are still to be taught and covered in your classroom. Please let me know if you have any questions about this document. You're going to be working with your grade level team instructional coach today, so please let them know if you need any more clarification on this document.